on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I just created a huge big new garden section with all raised garden beds, and my old garden section is kind of not functioning anymore. So what we're gonna go do today is go outside and revamp those old garden beds. We're gonna fill them with some cardboard and some mulch and some dirt, and we're gonna be planting in those this year instead of tilling the ground and having that little bit of, there's only 2 or 3 inches of tilled up earth that the plants were growing in. So this created a bunch of weeds around it, and we're basically going to provide, say, a barrier for those weeds. That's what the cardboard's going to do. And we're just going to make mounds. It's basically a no-till version of a garden bed, so that's what we're going to do with the old garden beds. So I will meet you out there, and we'll see you soon. All right, for this round and this project, we're gonna bring the kiddie pool so that we can fill it with the compost. We've got the rake to rake the gardens, the shovel to fill them. I'm even going to bring my weed eater because we're going to be weed eating the gardens. And then I will have some cardboard over there. And I think that's about it for the revamping of the old gardens project. Okay, it is kind of windy out, so I really hope this works. And if you guys remember, I do have a fence around this, so it's going to be a little bit harder to get into this area. So I'm going to have to park the golf cart on the outside and walk the scoops in. Show you what we're working with. This is my old garden area. As you can see, it was basically nothing on the bottom except for a little bit of tilled up earth. I took as many weeds out as I could, but I didn't do anything to not make them grow again. Put landscape timbers on the sides. On these ends right here, I have pieces of wood, basically smaller logs. Yeah, this is the old garden section, and this is the new garden section. We're going to be putting a fence around this as well, filling in the walkways with some wood chips, and actually connecting it to this old garden area. That's why we're going to revamp it. Now, these leaves, I really didn't want to move. There is probably still insects and animals living under there, so I don't know if I'm going to be messing with those right now. We might just do the gardens right now and wait to clear out the leaves. But I need to get in there, and I don't really want to climb over this each time, so I'm probably going to mess up this little habitat right here. I don't know what else to do. I don't know how else to get in here. Cleared out that doorway, and for right now I just put all the leaves next to the garden, and I could even put the wood chips over all of those leaves because they're just going to decompose under there anyway, and it would help prevent weeds. Now, first thing I'm going to do is clear out all of this stuff, and then I'm going to weed eat in the paths, and then I'm going to weed eat in the gardens as well, just to clear out all that debris, and then we'll get to work on filling these gardens. I weed eated the gardens. I also did the middle paths. I did leave some of the areas of leaves just so the bugs and animals can do their hibernation until they're ready to come out. But eventually all that's gonna be underneath the wood chips or out of here. So we're focusing on the gardens right now. I did bring out some cardboard. We're gonna be filling those gardens with the cardboard. I may or may not put the landscape timbers on the cardboard or just fill the inside. I might even extend it outside. I might have to lift those up and build the garden on top of the cardboard just because I don't want the weeds growing out the corners either. So this is the idea that I had. I'm gonna fill the bottom with the cardboard. I'm gonna wet it down and then we're gonna put a mound of compost and dirt on top of each one of these so that when this composts, whenever it does, the roots are gonna continue growing down into the ground rather than running into tarp or anything because I don't have any tarp under there. Then the wood chips are gonna fill the path, so they're gonna go up to this cardboard here and cover those, hopefully preventing weeds from coming out of the sides of the gardens. Now I got a load of compost here. I'm gonna have to feed it through this gate for all of these gardens, so we're just gonna either have to fill a bucket or go scoop by scoop, putting it into the garden. It's gonna take some work, but once it's done, we'll just have to tidy it up a little bit every year. It won't have to be so much work, but this first go. This is one load of the kiddie pool. I'm actually going to be putting 2 or 3 loads in each garden, probably 2, and then some topsoil and garden soil to mix in with that. That'll make a nice little mound for lower rooted growing plants. This is with 2 kiddie pools filled with compost. I think I'm going to do yet another one. And then I'm gonna put a bag of garden soil and a bag of topsoil on top of that. And then I think that will make a pretty nice little mound, maybe about 4 or 5 inches to grow in. Okay, I got the next garden in there. I put the cardboard down, gonna wet it down, and got my first batch of compost right there, and we're gonna work on the second garden. Two gardens done and 2 to go. I don't know if I have enough cardboard right now, but we might make this a 2-day project because I need to save some up. I'll see what I can do. Okay, we've got 3 of the gardens done. I have to gather up some cardboard for this last garden and then we'll be finished with this. I might leaf blow the middle paths just to clean up the area a little bit more, and then we will be ready to plant in these soon. Now I want to make note of how much compost I have left. I used to have this big old pile here. There's still a lot left. This was 15 scoops no, sorry, this was 10 scoops. And I put 3 or 4 rounds in each of these gardens, including the revamped gardens over there, and I still have a bunch left. I only need 1 more load for the last garden, and then I've got some other gardens to fill around the property. I might even put a couple more here and then 1 right there. So I think I will have enough. This spot right here, I've been trying to use a rake to rake up as much as I can so it's not in the grass. If I have to, I will cover this area with more tarp, maybe, or just let the grass grow back after I mow. I could just mow this area after the compost is gone. All right, this is pretty much our remodeled, revamped old garden area. I do still need to put 1 more load on there, but it's getting dark. It's looking pretty good. I think it looks a lot better than it did before, and soon when the wood chips get in the path, that's going to look even better, and when I clean up all these leaves. So I think we're making some progress on this year's gardens. Not too bad on work with those old gardens. At least they got a makeover, and now I can plant most of my shallow rooted plants in those mounds of dirt. We do have the cardboard at the bottom, so hopefully the weeds aren't going to be coming up as bad as they did last year. It was terrible last year, and I did not want to deal with that again this year. So that's why we gave these gardens a makeover. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and click the notifications bell so you can receive a notification every time I post a new video, which is every Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.